Why is standing rotation something that you should be incorporating in your daily life? Well, it's a great way to rotate through the chest, open up the shoulder joints, and release tension through the upper and middle and lower spine without having to get down onto the floor. An exercise that doesn't require you coming down onto the floor also means you don't need to get changed for it. You can do it in a public space without looking totally strange, which makes it an accessible tool for you to use on your day-to-day. So today we're going to talk about standing rotation and the ways that you can make this happen effectively and safely. So you can use a wall, you can use a counter, you can use the back of your office chair, you can use your desk. Anything that hits you from about hip height to about chin height, okay? You don't really want to go with the arms much higher than your chin. So we're going to start off, you're going to place your hands down onto your object. You are facing either the wall or the table. Depending on how low it is, you might have a soft bend through the knees. And we're quite simply going to release one arm into a rotation and come back. Now, that seems simple enough, right? Hands are down and we're pressing open and coming in. Let's talk about how to make this really effective. So, the first thing I want to point out is that you want to be able to have some pressure through that supporting hand, okay? So, I'm pushing into that hand, which means when I open my chest, I'm able to open the supporting shoulder as well. If I'm not able to press that hand away and open the shoulder joint, I'm missing out on a lot of the stretch, okay? I'm capping the amount of rotation I'm gonna get in that underneath shoulder. So, first things first is I'm gonna press that arm to rotate my chest before I've even thought about this hand. Okay, the common mistake that people make is they just think it's about taking their hand out. In this movement right now, I'm getting no rotation at all. I'm simply straining my neck and swinging my arm back. Okay, not what we're looking for and not what's gonna actually help you. So hands are down, I've got pressure through my supporting hand. I push this hand away, I push my supporting object away. All of a sudden my shoulder is open, my chest is open, and this hand can now do the same. Now in this position, let's talk about the lifted arm. We want to make sure that the palm and the inside of the elbow is pointing forward or up. Okay, you want to be in that kind of range. You do not want it pointing down, and you definitely don't want it pointing back. Okay, if you think about the palm and the elbow pointing in that direction, you will open up this shoulder. Again, making the whole shape longer, more energized, and actually attaining rotation through the mid-back. Okay, I'm going to show you on the other side. So I'm pressing into my left arm. I'm rotating. As I'm doing that, I'm creating space in the shoulder. I am then taking that hand up, and my elbow and my palm are up to the sky. And that is my standing rotation performed effectively, safely, and as correctly as possible. Now, bear in mind that this shoulder position in your rotation can be used and applied in any of your favorite rotational exercises, such as threading the needle on the floor, which I'm going to show you with a little bit of elevation here. So my hands are down. I'm pressing into my supporting arm, opening my shoulder and allowing that hand to come up. Take note of where my elbow and where my hand are facing. My eye line has followed, and now I'm in open shoulders, open chest, safe and effective rotation, looking into that hand and coming back. Exactly the same thing applies from doing it on the floor. Okay, here you're working a little bit harder to push through this bottom arm and rotate, and I've got the same things going. Outside facing palm and elbow, none of that. You can immediately see how that shoulder closes in, and all of a sudden I'm just creating strain around my shoulder. I want to lift and open up, looking to those fingertips and coming back down. Have a think about those helpful tips the next time you find yourself doing any rotational movement, and make sure to remember that you can do a standing rotation absolutely anywhere. Just make sure that you're not smacking anyone in the face.